Lovers are often drawn together in marriage by their common interests. But to have a couple literally draw together is something else, as Rita Braver is about to show us.
If you've wondered this Valentine's weekend whether your relationship may be turning into a cartoon, if you've ever felt that you've begun to take a back seat to your pet, even if yours is the picture-perfect marriage, we'd like you to meet a real cartoon couple.
It's great that I think...
We're like two dodos or something, you know,
right,
very
two
rare.
oddballs.
Well, maybe not oddballs, but Liza Donnelly and Michael Maslin are only the second married cartoonists in history to work for The New Yorker, and now they've published a book about it.
This was in the air, I think, that we knew that someday we should do something about this.
It's not quite their life story, but cartoons like this one do capture the spirit of their 20-year marriage.
Why is marriage so humorous to you?
Oh, my God.
You want me to answer that?
Sorry, I'm stuck.
I think I've always thought, for me, the most fun is to put two people on a couch in a drawing and imagine them being married or dating or something. There's so much drama there.
Here's one of those sofa ideas.
Well, are you going to invade my space or not? Or not?
We should look upside down at each other more often.
That's like the minutia of marriage.
Well, that's based on real life. I think she was laying on the couch, and I came around and looked at her, and I thought, oh, that's really funny.
They met at a New Yorker party in 1984, but it took 2 years for them to get together. Liza is a doctor's daughter who grew up in Washington, D.C. Michael is the son of a struggling single mom in New Jersey. He sold the concept for a cartoon to The New Yorker in 1977 when he was still in college.
They would buy ideas from people if they weren't that happy with the drawing. In my case, a great cartoonist, Whitney Darrow Jr., did my idea.
But soon, Michael was selling complete cartoons. His drawings, his captions. Liza worked at a museum, but every week she would drop off new cartoons at The New Yorker.
And then you come back the next week and get your rejects. But then occasionally you would get a little tiny note on the form letter that said, holding one, and they'd hold one for a week or two, and then maybe they'd buy it, maybe not.
Finally, in 1979, Liza sold this cartoon, and within a few years was getting enough published to quit her day job.
I was not a very good regular employee. I did not like getting up and going and being with other people. I wanted to be at home.
What possessed you to move out here?
Well, we came here for, what, the weather.
These days, home is a small compound near Rhinebeck, New York. 2 houses. One is mostly workspace and a barn for their horses. Pets provide frequent fodder for Maslin and Donnelly.
Of course the cat is paying our bills. You don't think I'd let the dog do it.
And they joke that their 2 teenage daughters grew up speaking cartoon.
Sure
They're kind of sick of it, though, at certain points. The eyes roll.
But Donnelly and Maslin have a kindred spirit in The New Yorker's cartoon editor, Bob Mankoff.
I think of them as individuals and as conjoined twins, joined both at the head and the heart.
He says that Liza and Michael share a sense of humor that makes us laugh at ourselves. Take this cartoon by Maslin.
Hey, look, before this goes any further, I should probably tell you we're married. In some way, it plays off of the idea that marriage becomes a little bit numbing, and then maybe we'd like to role play like we were just meeting each other for the first time.
What comes first, the chicken or the egg? The idea for what the caption is going to say, or the idea for the picture?
It varies, and that's what's wonderful about it. You never know if it's the chicken or the egg that's coming.
Michael, the whimsical one, works in a crowded, small space. He has a separate office for his New Yorker memorabilia. Liza, whose humor is a bit more sardonic, likes a spare look. And believe it or not, They say they never show each other their unpublished work.
If someone was looking over my shoulder, or if I had to bring this piece of paper out and show it to somebody right out here, I think I'd feel inhibited.
If he gets one in and you don't, and if that goes on for a few weeks, do you ever feel frustrated or a little jealous?
I mean, sure. The great thing is that when he sells a cartoon, the money comes to us. So that's nice.
A life of love and cartooning with a unique spin.
You know, your marriage has to become something that it defines itself. That's sort of what you're saying, isn't it? That it evolves into something that maybe you didn't expect it to be.
Oh, I like that. That's deeper than I will ever be, but that sounds good to me. I just really wanted to draw a merry-go-round, actually.